Greetings, Guardians! My name is Xcallion, and today we're going to be talking about the Trials exclusive pulse rifle, the Messenger. Now, this is a returning weapon from Destiny 1, so it's not really new, though it does have some new perks. A returning favorite perk for Crucible or PvP veterans for the Redrex's Broadsword and Claymore, the Desperado perk, which used to work in unison with Outlaw, and now they've upgraded it a bit to make it more user-friendly, and we couldn't be more excited about it. Now, this weapon was really interesting because it was the 3-win reward for the first week of Trials in Season 13, and that's really nice. I hope they do more stuff like that in the future. I really hope to see them do this with the Igneous Hammer eventually, as that being the flawless weapon made it very, very difficult for just regular PvP players to get. Most people aren't sweat lords, after all, right? So it'll be really nice to see this. Now, that being said, I can't wait until there is the adept version of this weapon. I will be grinding for that. And, you know, it is going to be, I think, maybe the best pulse rifle in the game. It already is a top contender. I released a video recently for the Time Worn Spire and why I think that might be the best, but this is definitely a contender for that role. Now, you might be asking yourself what makes a Trials weapon more exclusive or better than some other weapons, and not all of them are. You know, the Summoner was definitely a good 600 RPM assault or auto rifle. The Astral Horizon shotgun is definitely really good, and now that we know the original version of that's not being sunset, I'm even more excited. The quick draw opening shot roll, you can't get that on the new Astral Horizon. Anyways, the Messenger, it's unique because, so far as pulse rifles go, and other Trials weapons in general, the perk pool is extremely small. And that's important because that means getting the roll that you want is actually not that difficult. Whenever we talk about the third column and the fourth column perks, like the third column, there's nothing bad. You can get Rapid Hit, Zen Moment, Killing Wind, Outlaw, or Moving Target. And all of these are going to be winners in my book. But apart from that, the fourth column, it's a little different. It's got One for All, Desperado, Headseeker, Celerity, and Kill Clip. Now, I would suggest going for Desperado or Kill Clip. Headseeker's not going to be too bad, but One for All and Celerity are, you know, just kind of meh. That being said, it's pretty easy to get a good roll on this weapon, and it could just come with barrel perks and magazines. And with the Adept version coming out eventually, we don't know when, especially right now with Trials being delayed, I guess indefinitely, we don't really know when it's going to come back. I think when it does, this will be the Adept weapon though. But that being said, we will be able to have the Adept Masterwork on it, as well as the Adept perks on it, the Adept mods. And I think that's important because you can put the Adept Stability or Range on it, and it's going to be a force to be reckoned with at that point, and it's already so good. Now, the role that we are working with today, in column 1 we have Hammer Forged Rifling for that +9 to range. Column 2 we have the Ricochet Rounds for the +5 to range and 9 to stability. Also, of course, the Ricochet Rounds do bounce off of surfaces, so you can actually, it's good for getting multiple Guardians at a time. Then column 3 is going to be Moving Target, and column 4 is going to be Desperado. Now, Moving Target's great because, of course, that gives you a plus to your target acquisition just automatically, but it also helps whenever you are moving. So to run and gun, it's great. And Desperado, Desperado originally used to proc only when Outlaw was activated. And so reloading after Precision Kill, you know, you reloaded a lot faster because of Outlaw, but also it increased your rate of fire. So what they did is they separated the necessity for Outlaw to proc, so the perk now just says reloading after Precision Final Blow increases your rate of fire. So this is a 340 RPM pulse rifle, and it's a high impact. So what that means is it hits like a tank cannon, and it shoots really slow though. With Desperado procced on this weapon, it actually shoots more like a 540 pulse rifle. Like that Time Worn Spire that we were talking about. It's actually the exact same fire rate at that point in time. So imagine a 540 fire rate with the impact of a high impact pulse rifle. It's just really good. And one thing about it is it allows you to stay in the fight for a good long time, because you can spit rounds downrange very fast, and they are very powerful rounds. Being a high impact, they're also going to give you a pseudo stagger effect, a flinch whenever you shoot your enemies. But the thing that makes this one so good is that it's got some wicked, crazy range. And we've seen that with other high impacts before. We did see that with Broadsword. We saw that with last season's Stars and Shadow. And we've seen that with Vigilance Wing is the big one. It acts more like a pulse rifle, not a pulse rifle, I'm sorry, a scout rifle, with the wacky range. And this is kind of the same thing, and I would suggest to you to use it as such. Use it like a scout rifle. Use it at some uncanny ranges. You'll be surprised by how well it does. And you'll see in this gameplay, I am pairing it with a Fellwinter's and a Blast Batu grenade launcher, and you will notice that I'm actually using I'm using my Titan for once. I don't hardly ever use Titan, but I decided I would. I recently farmed to get the new chess piece, the Fallen Star chess piece, and so I've been using Code of the Missile, and I thought it'd be fun to use in Trials. So, I'm sorry, in Iron Banner this past weekend. So, that being said, this pulse rifle is great. It handles well. The moving target, it's really sticky with the target acquisition. When Desperado is procced on it, it absolutely shreds. Basically turns into a full auto weed whacker. Well, not full auto, but you know what I mean. It fires really fast. And with the high impact rounds, it does a lot of damage really fast. So, Trials is kind of a slag. We know this. And we don't know what's going to happen next, right? Like, whenever this weapon comes up for Adept, for Flawless, people are going to be grinding like crazy for it. What I want to see happen now is that they put Desperado on this, and I would like to see them do that with some other perks. See them do that with Maganira from the Oxygen. See them do that with the Loaded Question. Really, all you have to do is put Chain Reaction on it at that point. But some other cool perks. I don't think the Master of Arms was that bad, but I would like to see them start refreshing some of these, and maybe we will see that pretty soon. But that's going to wrap it up for me, guys. I hope you like this video, enjoy it, like it. Don't forget to sub, and Godspeed, my friends.